Silence versus loyalty. Both of these teams, and especially loyalty in the past, has been like kind of going at it, and I've been really enjoying some of these games. But with that said, we'll be loading in for a Hillbilly mirror right off the back on the Groaning Storehouse.
Oh man!
And is it just me, or is I have turned the? Actually, I think we talked about this. We have to turn Billy down as soon as they're on because it's so loud.
Yeah, no, Billy is loud. You know, they lowered his volume, but he's still pretty darn loud.
Yeah, so is Lara Croft when she gets hooked, because okay, I don't know how they got them to scream that primarily, but my goodness.
That's crazy.
Uh-oh. Ace,
Ace. No.
I think they were really worried about vaulting and taking the M1, but turns out did not work out in their favor, and that is going to be a very early first down for the Billy.
Which is huge, especially on a map like this, which is not particularly good for any killer.
Absolutely. Well, okay, to be fair, this is Groaning Storehouse 2. So it's not the Groaning Storehouse with the 2D pockets, because, yeah, Groaning Storehouse 1, my goodness, every time I load on the map, I just kind of, like, you know, choke up a little bit. It's like, oh, why? Uh-oh.
I'll say something unironically. Well, is he going to get her here, though? No. Going to go for the Millie. Unironically, Groaning Storehouse 1, not bad for Trapper. There, I said it.
You know, I get that just because you can take care of the middle building and possibly lock down an area with a certain gen spawn, but... Also, I completely forget that this is, like, the new Billy. I see crowd control really frequently, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a terrifying, It's kind of a power move.
Yep, and they're about to buff crowd control.
I saw that! I forgot that was coming!
And I'm here for it!
I am too, but with that said, you know who's also here for it? Our dear friend Lara Croft that we were just talking about.
Is that a Ruin we see?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dude, the number of like Ruin Retribution crowd control that I'm seeing, it's just... Billy wants to play the single most passive, aggressive macro game of all time and just let their power do the work for them, and I love it.
Ooh.
Possibly. Did they jump in a lock? No, they didn't. I'm about to say this.
For a second, I thought they corner teched.
Ooh. Billy's gonna have to hit the door and leave. Possibly going back to production gen. There we see the retribution popping out from that totem. Oh, my dear Quentin. No unhook being allowed that freely. And we see the other survivor rotating around with perfect information. And they see the rotation. This could be... Because the gen didn't get completed, it got regressed. Are we looking at 4K4, 4K5?
I think so. This Billy got a phenomenal start. Wow.
Second stage secured. Looks like they will commit to the Lara here, but we did see Ace lining up to possibly get the pickup or go for the unhook. Or will waste their time, but I imagine Billy's going to go right back. No, they're not. Pickup happening on Quentin. Woo, crouch tech coming in.
Oof. That hurts me in my soul.
It really does, and they do inevitably go down. But here's the crazy thing. So we were talking about this. Ruin still up, I believe. I think it's just I think crowd control might have got cleansed, which means that gen's gone. This gen isn't done, and we see a survivor crouching around here. And this is dead. This Kate is death hook.
Giving him the old Hadouken.
Indeed. Is there going to be a decisive? No, there's not. Ace might be able to finish this gen. They're going to have to stick it, though. Billy sauntering back with the sword in hand. They're going to leave.
Oh, he's got to leave.
Oh, that's so brutal. Quentin is 50 on another gen, though, so Kate going back to the campfire via the entity, and Lara crawling for her life, but Billy hot on the Ace's heels. This is an insane start from Silence. Oh my god, this is going to be 4K5. This is a 4K5.
Holy moly. You know, the last time you and I cast a Billy match, it started very much like that.
True. I will say, I don't know if it was the Billy letting up pressure or the survivors had a really good rotation and got some, they managed to make something of a comeback in the end, but yeah, no, this is crazy. Now, to be fair, survivors are picked up. Still one slugged, but I think the Billy knows they're both on this side of the map and they can kind of box them in.
Ooh. Yeah, are Billy going to try and play that heavy gatekeep game here?
Absolutely. But however, balance landing in hand. He's gonna get them away.
Oh.
They get the pickup on Ace as well.
Ooh.
Hillbilly wanted to keep up the pressure, is not going to commit to the chase with Laura. Instead, going back. Servers might want to look at cleansing these totems as, yeah, this Jet has a good
cleansing these
progress.
totems. Cleansing these totems is the only hope you have.
Absolutely, that Gen is just regressing so fast. Ace dropping the eye palette.
Oof.
Heading into the other side. There is a... Oh, they don't make the vaults. That's a beautiful hit.
I thought they
Billy.
had that.
Same. Yeah, I thought they had it too. It might have been a mid vault.
Yep. That's a rock.
And Quentin working on a Gen. Laura making her way to the pickup. And they do, in fact, find Quentin to push them off the Gen. Billy is doing such a good job putting the pressure on here. They're not allowing any Gen progress.
Oh my goodness, the mind game.
Really, really well done.
Just
and
giving him the smack there.
Absolutely. He'll be head mat. Now, one thing to be said, Billy is definitely going for all-out pressure, leaving slugs everywhere. They do need to start hooking people at some point. I understand this fear of a deliverance and resetting, but they do need to actually hook here. If they bleed out too much, and the survivors have been really good at resetting, if they keep bleeding people out, you're going to miss points somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good attempt. That'll be another down, but they get the pick up on Quentin in the meantime. They are eating through pallets and resources, so slowly survivors are going to be making these chases less and less long. Heading back straight away to where Quentin was. They find the Quentin in the corner. This might be the survivor's last breath. There is nothing here for the Quentin to use. And then it's just a matter of finding Laura.
My goodness.
They only have 3
This
minutes on the
Billy
ground.
is bullying, right?
They're definitely going to town right now.
Ooh.
But yeah, like I said, they only have about 3 minutes on the ground at this point, so they need to actually find this Laura within a minute or so before they have to go back for look for their slugs, because they will be missing out on a gratuitous amount of points. They find the Laura though.
Oh no!
Oh, that was
my
filthy
God.
hit. Oh goodness,
That was disgusting.
it really was. I guess they were trying to think that maybe the Laura's going to try and make her way back for a try to finish the Gen, but not going to happen. Now, obviously, you could worry here about deliverance.
Now this is a 4K5. If there's no deliverance, well, probably even if there's deliverance, but this is a tall order to come back from if you're their opponent here.
Absolutely. And I can, in fact, say, since I think that Billy actually might have played up to this knowing this, Kate had Sprint Burst, no light, no balance, which you generally put either that or Overcome. But against the Billy, I don't think you want Overcome. They had Sprint Burst, and Billy did deduce correctly. Kate was the one with Deliverance, so the first survivor to die was the Deli player. There is no Deliverance in play. This is a 4K5 cut and clean.
Ooh. You love to see it.
Unless you're a survivor, man, and then you're just like, this game is so killer-sided. Oh my goodness, and it's fine. This is a controlled environment. Well, as bad as controlled as it can be for a rampaging hillbilly killer.
You gotta remember, players like this though.
That's
like 1% of players who can play Billy like this.
Nah, not even 1%. Like we're talking like 0.1 or something.
Yeah, so to say that to say if you're gonna say it's killer sided based on this, no.
Yeah, they I will say this Billy went to town, and again, the curves on this Billy, just the clean movement,
God, just threading the needle through those trees.
Yeah, just really clean Billy play all around. And all right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for trial number 2, the Mission Impossible scenario for the Hillbilly. Do they stand up to the challenge? And honestly, it looks like they did. They didn't bring Corrupt. They said no Corrupt for me. I'm going all out.
Ooh, that is a I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, a big expletive move right there.
A ballsy, bold move.
That's a good one. Ballsy. That's it.
Yeah. But regardless, you know what? I respect the hustle, and the Billy is making some fine curves, so they do have some good movement. However, Survivors seem to be pretty keen on working on one gen.
Well, that's the way to do it. If all they have to do is get one gen done, the way to do it here is to separate, which tells me, you know, that's the way to do it, because he can't chase everyone at once.
True.
Or can he? The other Billy did.
Absolutely. Oh, they almost got that.
Oof.
I'm going to hang out over here because that blue flame ain't nearly as big on his side. Oh. Yeah, you have to leave. You have to leave this, Billy. You got to leave this.
You got to go. You got to go. You cannot afford to be here. Uh-oh.
Yep. And they will be heading
Overcommitting.
away.
That could cost you a gen right there.
It's not going to just yet. They are 50% on 2 different gens. Renato's going to work back on theirs.
Yep.
I do find a survivor, but I guess if you get the pallet out of the way, chase them enough that, you know, gens regress. You have to chase someone, and you have to get them down within the first 3 chases, though. One of these survivors has to go down. ASAP.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Now, is that... oh, that was Eruption.
It's not Eruption, it's Discordance.
Is it Discordance? Okay.
Yeah,
no,
they're trying to
okay.
see which one's being doubled up on to try and finish it last second, and honestly, I respect the hustle. Oh, I thought that was going to hit.
That's right, Ruin's up. It wouldn't be Eruption.
Right. No, honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if they brought Ruin Surveillance to try and figure out what's going on. Nia goes down.
Maybe.
Renato 70%. Nancy about 50. They're going for the hook. If they can get this hook and immediately go to ace, if they know where the ace is, I don't think they've seen it, though. They've got to hurry. They honestly might just like, they find him, though.
Oh.
All right, they're not dead yet. Pallet down.
Oh, smart.
Renato's working on the gen. Nancy gets downed. But Renato's going to finish soon. They can't afford to chase this too long.
Oh, no.
Oh, they get the stun.
Oh, no.
You cannot continue chasing this. There you go. Yep.
That's it.
2 gens.
Oh, my goodness. That was a tall order for any killer. It doesn't matter how good you are.
It really was. And honestly, I do feel kind of bad for Hillbilly because they clearly know how to play Hillbilly well.
Oh, you can see their curves are chef's kiss.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, this is not a slight on the skill of this Hillbilly. This is the previous Hillbilly just had a phenomenal start with the chainsaw snipe at the beginning.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think people realize how far that kind of momentum goes.
Absolutely. And with that said, looks like, I mean, we will probably still see a 4K2 here. The Billy does have insane pressure. So that's the other thing that's nice about this, is Hillbilly can still play this game, keep the points close, so that if it does come to tiebreakers, you know, their team isn't completely destroyed by a potential really bad win con.
Yeah, and that's the catch-22 of this, is you can still narrow that points gap.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Ace losing chase entirely on this tile.
Ace is a mind reader. My goodness.
They really are. Oh, they actually went for the vault after all. I didn't think they would.
That was a beautiful fake. Like, it was the double fake.
Indeed. And is there a decisive? There is.
Ooh, that's rough.
They're going to stay at this tile, though. Really great job wasting as much time for the... Oh, my goodness.
Plus 100 brick.
I see your Fortnite jokes. Oh, that was a good attempt.
That was more of a Minecraft joke, but okay. Fortnite in this climate?
True, true. 50% on about 2 different gens at the moment. With what only 2 gens remaining, they might actually be looking at maybe 4K1, maybe even 4K0.
Ooh, it's gonna be close. These survivors, like, I think maybe our Hillbilly lost his composure just a tiny bit.
True.
Because you could tell he put everything he had into that initial, you know, trying to get that 5 gen 4K, but yeah.
That's absolutely fair. It is easy. It is easy to lose your composure and get rattled. However, you got 2 slugs. You just saw the unhook happen, so you know where everybody is. Billy might be able to turn this around into a 4K. No, they're going for the hooks. They're playing very safely here.
Hook pressure is pressure.
Hook pressure is in fact pressure.
Oof.
So they will be able to get the hook on Nia.
That's
Renato.
daunting seeing that in the distance.
Mm-hmm. Going for the generator, and so is Ace. They're not... I don't even think they're going to go in for unhooks. I think they're just going to try and get gens done.
There's no reason to go in for unhooks, you know? Not really.
I mean, it is one of those situations where running up the points in the first set is not a bad move. Right now, they're currently looking at a 6-point lead in set 1. They could go for many more. If they could get all the gens done, that's 10 points is nothing to sneeze at. If they get outs, that's insane.
Yeah.
Outs can quickly escalate in point differences, going from, 12 to easily up to 16.
And that big of a point differential. Ooh, that big of a point differential is going to make it even that much more difficult in the second set.
It really is. Because, if you win that set, you need to win it handedly in order to give yourself a chance in tie breaks. Otherwise, it's not a good thing going into tie breaks, knowing that you have to win outright instead of tie it and possibly win by the default. So, 4th generator down. That's an 8-point advantage in set 1. Nia did get healed up. Going for a second attempt, but Nia not going to fall for it twice. Oh, but they might be dead here. Oh, barely not. That engraving's the only thing that's saving her. Man,
that was a beautiful curve. Yeah. That is a beautiful curve.
Absolutely filthy. And they are slowly whittling away the final gen. Nana's going to get chased out of main, so is Nancy.
Yep.
However, I would not call this a 3-gen necessarily. Maybe by, Billy standards it might be, but it's not a great one.
I mean, any gen setup is a 3-gen with a mobile killer.
Ooh, eruption going off in the distance.
And we can hear we're starting to approach that limit of how many times that gen can be regressed.
It's really easy on eruption, man. You kick it twice, and it's like, one eruption, you're like, oh, we're approaching already. It's like, okay.
This is why I don't run Surge anymore.
Yeah. One of my favorite perks, and it feels bad now. However, oh my goodness, yeah, this has easily gotten 4 to 5 kicks now. It might have 1, maybe 2 more eruptions left, but I don't think it's going to come down to needing him that many.
Yeah.
Ooh, light coming in from Ace, maybe? Hold into the Z while we see the skill checks going off for the Discordance. They are doubling that gen. Oh!
Oh my goodness!
That was insane. I'm surprised.
Now we got to be approaching the end of that.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Eruption didn't... Maybe Eruption was off... it might have not been off cooldown when it hits.
Or maybe he's run out on that. No, he
kicked it just now. So yeah, I think he might have applied Eruption... Or not realized that Eruption was on cooldown when he kicked it last time.
Yeah.
That was a crazy hit, though. That's gonna... I think that might secure the 4K1.
Ooh, if you had kept going there, you might have gotten that. You need to slug this man and...
Nah, but with Eruption hitting that gen again, I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, they're going to go for the reset anyway. That gen's been hit too many times. This is also Death Hook for Ace, so now it's back to the 2v1.
Yep. These survivors are doing an excellent job.
Indeed. Surprisingly, healing up the survivor with the med kit. Very curious to see what the plan is here.
Oh, he has found the Nancy.
I wonder if they're going to go for an exit gate play. Maybe they read the exit gates are on opposite sides of the map, because this one's at Shack. It's where the hatch is going to be, so Billy can go for the hook here without a problem, but with...
Does that matter with Billy, though? I feel like he's got no cooldown on his power, really. He can make it between exit gates.
Oh, but I think Renato revealed themselves.
Big mistake, sir.
Well, that's even with that, I think you could possibly... Nah, it's not going to matter in the end.
If they had urban evasion he was running?
It very well might be. It is really good on Billy.
Over the 360 style points.
Ooh, Renato holding W, though.
And what else do you do in this situation, right?
Cry? Use urban evasion
And the
to crouch
crouch
tech.
tech. That hurts me.
Oh, they
That's
get
100
this time. Crowd control's still up this whole match.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Renato, incoming Z-Wall Infinite.
Z-Wall Infinite. Oh.
Oh, missed the first one. Ducked in. All right.
Corner tech.
Oh, just catching the back end of that hitbox and actually hitting unbreakable.
Oh no! I had a feeling.
They were the deli player.
Oh my goodness.
Very interesting. Very interesting. A little bit of a misfire there from Billy's chainsaw. Ooh, Nancy doing a really good job at this loop, just like before. They do go for the vault, though, with no live. Gonna force the pick, and yeah, I think that is, in fact, lights out. I appreciate the unbreakable attempt, but I'm not sure what the plan with it was, if you know what I mean.
No, when you're a Billy, you can't get away from, like, the survivors can't get away from you fast enough after an unbreakable to get rid of the scratch marks. Like, it doesn't really matter.
True,
There would need to be at least another 2 people, or you'd have to have 3 survivors alive for that to work.
Makes sense, and that said, all that's left is for Billy to find their bleeding out Renato.
Yep.
I believe 4K1. Again, really, really well played to loyalties, Billy, but unfortunately, giving Silence his performance in set 1, that just not much you can do in that situation.
Yep. This is gonna be an uphill battle for them.
Absolutely. But we'll be moving into set 2 very shortly.